And good afternoon, folks. It's time to continue on our Gothic 2 playthrough. It's brought to us by Morebug. Thank you for supporting the channel. And last time we played, we restored the Eye of Innos. And now we need to do something. We gotta hunt the dragons, obviously. And we also need to... Well, once we destroy dragons, we have to power it up again. So, something like that. We also got new magic. That's what really matters. We've got... large fireball. Which is, well... It's a large fireball. I don't think I need to explain that. But we will show it off, that's for sure. So for now, let's go see the dragons. Where are the dragons? Or will I rock the dragon? There is a good chance we might finish Gothic soon. And then, more Gothic. Now, these guys gave us a quest, if I remember well. There were 3 quests we had to do. No... Yeah, we needed something for Karis from the Seekers. Alright, well I guess we'll go around towns, or maybe we'll just go and find the dragons. They're probably in the Valley of Mines. Usually that's where the dragons reside. After this, I think it might be Elex or Arx Fatalis. I'm not sure. That'll depend on Morebug. Could be Gothic 3. Who knows? Also, why am I walking? Definitely teleport into town. Talk to this guy. Might have something to sell. Bless me.
Show me your wares.
Nah, he doesn't really have anything good. Got a few potions though, but we've got no money.
May Innos watch over you always.
That's right, Mike. But it's Elex. Elix. No licking here. Go to... well, not... yeah. Can't go to the castle because we're not in the... Let's go to Landlord. Go talk to Lee.
It's been going on a long time. Leave these days.
We're stuck. Lee.
I've come from the Valley of Mines. The castle there was attacked by dragons.
So it's true. Lars said that rumors about dragons are circulating through the city. I didn't believe it. What about the paladins?
They've been thoroughly decimated.
Good. Maybe that will make Lord Hagen move to the Valley of Mines with his men. The fewer paladins stay here, the better.
So nothing changed here. I guess we're going to the Valley of Mines. That's that then.
That was obvious all along. That's all just gossip.
Open the door. Let's go find them dragons. I hope it's this way. It might not be. I wonder if we're strong enough to fight big monsters. Hey there, Freeport. How's it going? We're off to hunt dragons. Okay, whose turn was it to restart me this week? The Dragon Hunt! Whoa. We did it, guys. Chapter 4, live. Dragon Hunters, Dragon Hunt. The great dragon hunt has begun. We'll have lured many would-be adventurers to the Valley of Mines. I can only hope they won't stand in my way. Ah, we'll be fine. Four of 16, Mike. It's a very long game. It's about 600 hours. Guess we could teleport to the castle, but we might run into people along the way, so... And since it's a new chapter, that means monsters have respawned. Well, some monsters, maybe not all of them. Oh, someone dead here. Dead dragon hunter. He did not rock the dragon. Boys here. The boys.
I'm not touching that.
I'd have gone about it.
Yes, Godar, Jorn, Biff, Volkern.
What?
Bad business.
Where do you come from? We come from, the city.
I'm no better off myself.
I see, from the city then.
See? You understand. Here,
Doesn't see that.
have a swig.
I can't help him.
Oh, freaking with the boys.
What are you doing here?
We heard about the dragon hunt,
Believe that.
so we packed up our stuff and came here. But to be honest, I don't give a shit about dragons. I just want a bit of
Tell you
gold.
didn't know.
Dragons have gold, don't they?
Certainly.
Cause more trouble.
I never knew
What do you know
that.
about the dragons?
I only know the stories they tell the children. You know, virgins, gold, fire breathing, that kind of
Nobody will
thing.
learn anything from me.
Kids are virgins.
Where are you planning to go from here?
No idea. We're still thinking about it.
You could go to the castle.
Wild horses couldn't drag me there. Not to the paladins. I'm not going back to jail. I was there once, and that was enough for me.
I know the feeling. Ain't going back to jail.
So don't tell me that.
What about the orcs?
The whole castle is surrounded. There aren't any gaps. Trying to sneak through there is insane. If you try to fight, you're a dead man. Nobody gets through there.
Ah, really?
Know how to hold a sword.
What were you in the slammer for?
Like, I'm gonna tell you that, huh? You magicians are in cahoots with the paladins. Nah, my friend.
Who said that?
Forget it.
Do you really believe that?
What can you offer me?
You don't have to ask me that.
Oh. Got
Time for things like
got some lockpicks. I will buy that.
That's been known a long time.
Thank you, mister.
Do you sell information as well?
That depends. If the
Nobody
price
will
is
learn
right,
anything from
I'll
me.
tell you everything I know.
How much do you charge?
Hard to say. But I think that 50 gold pieces for every piece of information I give you sounds about right.
All that matters is strength. So don't tell me.
Hey,
What about you, Biff?
That's no secret.
what are you doing here?
That is truly the stupidest question I've heard in a long time.
Oh, okay.
That's no secret.
I haven't a clue.
I'm waiting for something to finally happen here.
I used to say that myself.
What do you expect to happen?
Oh man, you're really not the sharpest knife in the drawer.
to say that
If I
myself.
knew that, I wouldn't have to wait.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
What could happen then?
You're getting on my nerves.
No idea. You
Look,
tell me.
I don't care what happens, just as long as something does happen.
He thinks it's as easy.
Never mind.
I might fight this guy, and I'd rather not. Oh,
Nobody wants to know.
How would you like to work for me from now on?
Why not? What are you paying?
And there's more, believe me.
But he knew that.
You'll get half of the booty.
That sounds good, but I'm warning you.
True.
Don't try tricking me. Or you
Ticking me.
regret it. And one more thing. I don't want any weapons or other junk you collect here. I'm only interested in gold. Got it?
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
got it.
You have
But yeah.
anything to drink?
Don't have to tell
I
me that.
assume that it's not water you want.
No, damn it.
It's the first time.
I need something alcoholic so I can finally get rid of these damned headaches.
don't have to
When
tell
I
me
haven't had anything to drink for a while, my skull feels like it's
But he
gonna
knew that all
explode at
along.
any moment.
I'm
Here,
staying out of
take this.
Don't say you didn't.
Gin given.
it. That's no secret.
Ah, that hit the spot. So, now I can think clearly again. What can I do for you?
Nobody wants to know.
Who burps on gin? Anyways,
Tell me that isn't true.
What are you doing here anyway?
I don't have any idea what we're doing here or when it'll start. And I don't care as
It's
long
no
as I
big
have
deal.
enough to drink.
I've got my own opinion.
Do you know where the dragons are then?
What's in it for me if
Got
I
no
tell
time for
you?
things like that.
more gin.
He ran like
I've still got a bottle of gin.
I'd fight every
Been there,
dragon
done
in the
that.
world for a fine vintage. Agreed.
Nobody
Give
ever
me the
asked for
bottle.
my opinion.
I'll keep that for a rainy day.
He really should have known better.
All right now, where are those dragons?
Naturally, I can't tell you anything
I'm
precise,
staying out of it.
but I've heard that there are supposed to be 4 dragons.
Nobody
Four
We've seen a
dragons?
red glow over the highest mountain at night.
Been there, done
I swear
that.
by my mother, if you're looking for a dragon, then you'll definitely find one there.
Same old thing all
I'm
over
looking for
again.
someone who can teach me something.
I can teach you a few things. I'm the best fighter for miles around.
I couldn't care
Since
less.
we're friends, I'll give you a special price. 300 gold pieces.
Jesus.
Oh, that's too expensive for me.
All over
Too
again.
expensive. That's less than anyone else in my place would charge. Think about it.
Can't rely
I
on
will. What about other guy? Gorn?
I see you've joined the Dragon Hunters.
I followed Silvio into the Valley of Mines because I know my way around here best and wanted to get a clear picture of the situation. I'll tell you what, something's definitely brewing here. I've never seen so many orcs in one place in all my life. It wouldn't surprise me if Garand and the paladins in the castle had all fled or been slain by now.
What are your plans now?
I'll follow the boys here to the Valley of Mines first, and then take off later. I really have to find out what the orcs are planning.
I couldn't care less.
I'll see you around.
Look out for yourself.
See ya, Gorn.
Believe everything you hear.
Been there, done that.
It was just like
Oh.
you said.
The things I could tell you.
Where did you pick that?
Hey, come over here.
What do you want?
This valley's a dangerous place, and without the right equipment, you'll find yourself dead in no time.
I assume that you've got the right equipment.
You guessed it. I might even sell it to you.
Already bought
Turned
stuff
out
from you.
differently if it hadn't been for us.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Hey, you. Guys like you should watch where they're going.
What are you trying to tell me?
I mean that the air out here isn't good for your health. And the place is just swarming with orcs and monsters.
to know?
Not to mention the dragons. It's just a well-intentioned warning.
Step in and sort things
Thanks.
Can't rely on that.
Are you the boss here?
Do I look like it?
My own opinion.
Certainly not. We don't need any self-important jerk ordering us around. When Silvio tried to act like he was the boss, we showed him and his buddies what we thought of that. There was a brawl. In the end,
Turned out differently
they left
if
on
it
their
hadn't
own.
been for
I
us.
hope Silvio wound up in a soup kettle of some orc.
said.
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
So, you want to kill dragons?
This is gonna
Smart ass. So, do you know how to bring down a
Yeah,
dragon?
done that.
Do you think the beast will just sit there quietly while you chop off its head?
Can't go on
Something
like
like
this
that
forever.
takes good planning and decisive action.
Same
I see.
thing
And how
all
are you going to
over
go
again.
about that?
First, we'll scout out where we can find the beasts. Only then will we think about the best way to
no
attack.
secret.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
How are you going to get past the orcs?
We'll worry about those details later.
I can't believe that.
I'd love to watch you do that, but I've got to be on my way.
Rely on that.
Get yourself back over the pass. Otherwise, you may end up missing a limb or two.
Eh, we'll be fine. We got fireballs. Big fireballs.
Nobody wants to know.
Oh, I wonder if the castle is okay. Like I said, technically we could just warp there, but fireworks on dragons? Well, maybe they're not all fire breathing, you know? An acid dragon could be an ice dragon. Bone dragon. Thanks, buddy.
Another one of those things.
I wonder if I can take on the orcs with this guy. I can kind of let him die, because he wants half my loot. Uh-oh. Come on, Biff, you can do it. Damn, Biff. You're strong. You're really strong.
Do you need a healing potion?
Sure. It can't hurt.
I thought he'd completely get blown up here, but man, he's he good. Oh no! Not good enough! As I was scrolling through my items. Rip Biff. You did good, kid. You did good. Spotty gone. What a shame. What a rotten way to die. We do have more armor though. A lot more armor than before. Well, let's hope the paladins are still alive. Seem to be.
I already thought as much.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
What are you doing here?
I'm getting ready to fight. What else?
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
For that is the will of the gods. Who do you want to fight against?
I thought I'd drop in on the paladins and kick their fat asses. Idiot. Against the dragons, of course. What did you think?
Don't the paladins mind you being here?
Nonsense. They have entirely different problems. Most of them are glad to be still alive. The boys' morale isn't the best.
The boys.
That will be their downfall. I mean, just look at those nicked blades they're fixing to go into battle with. Any reasonable warrior would desert immediately.
If he doesn't see them, I can't help him.
Can you help me improve my weapons?
Improve? Better to buy something new and throw away the junk you're carrying around. Maybe I've got something for you. Interested?
Oh, I am.
What can you sell me?
I don't really have much for a magician, but you can take a look anyway.
Yeah. Wow, that damage. That's stronger than our Dragon Slayer.
Have you separated from your group?
My group? I don't have a group. I'm a trophy collector. If I go home without a trophy, then I won't know what I came for. So I can't use anybody else.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
Have you set eyes on a dragon yet?
No. I want to get my weapons in shape before I set off.
Aren't you afraid that somebody might beat you to it?
What? Who? Silvio? Have you seen the pathetic figures he's got with him? Silvio can be glad if he gets out of here alive.
Who's Silvio?
Silvio was here?
Here in the castle, you mean? Yeah, he was. But only for a short time. He chatted with a few people here and then set out again.
So where is Silvio now?
The paladins here mentioned an ice dragon in the west.
I was right.
Supposed to be the most dangerous and powerful of them all. You should have seen the gleam in Silvio's eye when he heard that. One guess where he went.
You don't seem to like him.
What do you mean, like? I'm not particularly proud that I know him. Silvio doesn't have any friends. He needs people who follow him no matter what. That's not for me. I work alone.
So there is ice dragons.
I don't believe this is going to change.
Do you really believe that?
Where do you come from?
From the mainland. My people and I fled here. The situation there is getting worse. The orcs leave nothing but burned out villages behind. The king has lost control of his realm.
It was just like you said.
What else do you know about the war?
The orcs are outside the capital. But whether it's fallen yet, I don't know. The last thing I heard was that the king is dead. But I don't believe that.
Oh my.
Where are your people now?
I left them. They thought they could take everything they wanted, even if it doesn't belong to them. Count me out.
What are you doing here in the castle?
I heard about the dragons and wanted to help fight them. Unfortunately, I lost my sword when I was sneaking past the orcs. And now I'm stuck here. Without a sword, I can't get out of here. And the swords I can buy here are the worst junk.
That's not what I heard.
I hardly know what to
I shall find your sword.
That would be great. You should look for it on the high cliff to the south.
I'm not touching.
I probably lost it there, near the orc tents.
Nothing amazes me.
Oh boy.
It was a really, really stupid idea to come here. I thought there was something to be had here. But there's nothing here but a few arrogant paladins and orcs.
Don't say you didn't know that.
You forgot about the dragons.
How could I forget? I'll tell you what, I'm a blacksmith, not a warrior. Look, I make weapons. The fighting I leave to others.
Then why aren't you standing behind an anvil?
The paladins here won't let me into the smithy. I can't make anything unless I want to wind up in the dungeon.
Nobody ever asked.
I'll try to help you.
How will you manage that? Parsifal has ordered a watch kept on us. No one would dare to disregard it.
I'll do whatever I can.
I can't imagine that he would listen to you.
He doesn't see that I can't help him.
I'm in
Hey.
enough trouble as it is.
Gonna go rest. Kinda dark. Let's rest in our damp bed.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Someone's gotta pay for that.
But he knew that all along.
Show me your wares.
You mustn't believe
Gonna be a pretty decent though. Be nice to find a new staff. Don't know where we would find one though. Probably not in the magician's quarters, but you never know. Might be a magician that decided to station himself here.
He didn't get that from me. You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Will it ever change?
Oh, no magicians. I am the main magician, the lead magician. Well, I'm wearing high magician robes, so... Engar.
Don't I know you? You were Korangar. You used to be a Templar in the swamp camp.
Call me Angar. I have set aside my title. The Brotherhood of the Sleeper has disbanded. Curious, but you seem somehow familiar to me. Yet I cannot quite recall you.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, I haven't been able to sleep properly for some time. These constant nightmares.
How did you get here?
After the collapse of the magic barrier, I hid myself in the mountains. It became time for me to do something. I strayed about for days until I suddenly awoke in the castle. Do not ask me what happened. I don't know. To make matters worse, I have also lost the amulet which I have had for years. I shall go mad if I do not find it again.
You find your amulet.
Where exactly did you lose your amulet?
Somewhere in the south, shortly before I awoke here in the castle. I suspect it was stolen. I absolutely must have it back. Someone's gotta pay for that.
What happened to the others from the swamp camp?
The last thing I remember is that the barrier collapsed, accompanied by a nerve-shattering scream. Stricken with panicked fear, we fell to the ground, writhing in pain. That voice, it grew ever louder. And then, when it was over, they all ran mad and disappeared into the bleak night, screaming loudly. I have not seen them again.
It was obvious.
What will you do next?
I shall rest a while first, so that I may take up the search for my lost amulet. I have heard something of dragons. It is also being said that many warriors have come to the Valley of Mines to hunt them. I am thinking of joining them. Justice will prevail in the end.
Maybe I can help you find your amulet.
Why not? Some help cannot hurt. I never knew that.
I don't know why he gets so
Where do you want to look?
I shall go to the south, where I was last. There is a cave tomb there, surrounded by many boulders. Justice will prevail.
I've got to go.
Watch your back.
Watch your back.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Better to watch out.
That was obvious all along.
Go talk to the leader.
Nobody ever has you already know what I think.
I agree with you completely.
That's nothing.
Do you really think?
I wouldn't be so sure. There's more, believe me.
Igaron.
Told you that before.
But he knew that all. Nobody wants to know.
I'm back.
I can see that for myself. Where are the reinforcements?
Lord Hagen will come as soon as he's settled everything. Much has happened.
I don't care. I need troops. There are more and more orcs, and we can't hold out much longer. My men are tired, and we're running out of provisions.
Some volunteers have arrived.
You mean the dragon hunters outside in the yard? They may help us, but there just aren't enough of them. If Hagen doesn't send some men soon, I can't make any guarantees.
Can't rely on that.
There is a problem with the smith.
What, Smith? He's disappeared into the woodwork. Is he back? Then you can tell him.
No, I'm talking about Jan, one of the dragon hunters. He's a smith.
That's good. Our previous smith just slinked off, the coward.
Jan would be willing to take over the smithy.
I see. So you think I can trust him?
Yes?
If you're so sure, then you can vouch for him. If he causes any trouble, you'll answer for it. Agreed?
Uh-oh.
That will never change.
Let's do
I'll
it.
vouch for Jan.
All right. He can use the smithy. Of course, he'll also have to provide my men with swords.
Can you give me more information about the dragons?
I have other things to worry about. My strategic officer Aura can tell you more about that.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
I'm back already.
I never thought we would see you here again. After that scene when you were here a few days ago, I can see that you have been made a magician. My respects. Maybe your appearance is a good omen.
I need more information about the dragons.
A rather large swamp has developed in the last couple of days to the west of the old castle. That's rather suspicious, wouldn't you say?
Can I help?
At the moment, we seem to have done everything which is possible from here. There is something, however, something very important which you could do for us outside of these walls. We are planning to cut off the serpent's head.
What do you mean by that?
We know one of their leaders. His name is Hoshpak. He is one of the most influential shaman among the orcs.
And what is my role?
Kill him.
That's a joke.
It is not easy for me to ask this of you, Master, but you will be the best choice for this assignment. Hoshpak's tent is situated outside of the siege circle, on a cliff to the south of here. You can almost see it from one of the windows there.
All right, I shall kill Hoshpak.
I am glad to hear that. Hoshpak's tent stands on a small cliff. You must have seen it before. It is not far from the path to our mine, directly in the shadow of the big mountain.
Any news?
The orcs are becoming more and more numerous.
Should I ask for equipment?
This is not good.
Oh well.
Hey. Did anything important happen?
I'm worried. Very worried.
What for?
Recently, these men showed up. They call themselves dragon hunters. As far as I'm concerned, they're nothing but idlers and criminals. If it were up to me, I'd chase them all out of the castle. Let the orcs take care of them.
Unlike Lord Hagen, they're here.
Unlike Lord Hagen, they are here.
Yes. Unfortunately, they're all we have. Innos is putting us through a very hard test indeed.
And apart from that?
Leave me alone.
Okay.
Anything's possible.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Are you the baddie? Well, I mean, obvious, Mike.
It can't go on like this forever.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Don't say you didn't know that.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Go get your hammer. There's work for you.
You did? How'd you manage that?
I had to vouch for you, so don't disappoint me.
Don't worry. I'm glad that I can work it all.
From me. You listen to the wrong people.
Where did you pick that up then?
Are you selling any weapons?
I would if I could, but first I have to provide the paladins here in the castle with weapons. But I can show you how to forge your own weapon.
Oh.
Can I buy some armor from you?
A mage who wants armor? Ha, forget it. Go see a tailor. I can't make armor for you.
Okay. One's disrespecting my magic heritage.
It's good that you've come. All hell is breaking loose here.
What happened?
The dragon hunters are strutting around here in the castle and bragging that they can solve the dragon problem. But I'll tell you what, the way they look, they won't even kill a sick old snapper. A lot of us are getting really worried by now and no longer truly believe that we'll ever make it out of here alive.
Weren't there 2 of you sentinels up here?
Not anymore. Sengrath stood here on the battlements when suddenly he fell asleep. His good crossbow fell down when that happened. We could only just see one of the orcs snatch it up and disappear with it into the darkness. Sengrath woke up then and just ran into the night towards the orc palisades. He hasn't come back since. In us, be with us.
Oh no.
I am the greatest.
You're all right. Well, if you want to learn, then I'll help you.
Oh, jeez. Seems like the entrance is, that's not good. However, Orc Elite here. Chug a lot of potions. Actually, the fireball is great, but boy oh boy does it chew through my magic. I have fire rain, but that's 6. Oh yeah, remember when we glitched the game? Good times. This is riveting. Well, I mean, you want me to walk over and get smacked by the orcs? I'm a magician, not a warrior. Besides, we're extremely safe here. Thing is, we're probably gonna chew through all our potions. Because there's orcs right here as well. Orgs. Good thing, though, or we might gain a level out of that. Whoosh. I missed. Oh, embarrassing. Let's start firing at the Orc Elite. Let's see if we can actually do damage to this guy. Oh, that's actually not that bad. Usually we can't even do sliver of damage. No, the skellies don't survive against the big guys. I'm glad we can take on elites now. That's very good. And open up a lot of areas. Was that? No AoE spells? No, really. Unfortunately. Oh, yeah. An AoE spell that we could have, not now, but eventually, is the Fire Rain, which is 6. There is small Fire Rain, but we don't have that right now. The guy to our left there doing... acting up. I mean, the most efficient thing, if we wanted not to use our potions, would be to go back inside the town. Well, he might get there eventually. He's trying. The thing I want to know is how much defense do I actually have? So I can take a few hits. If I had, like, actual strength, it wouldn't be that bad. Boy, oh boy, would it be nice to have a real weapon. Is this the Dark Souls of Gothic games? So hoping I can buy a potion or two.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Stop. Well, it's good that the orcs have come back. A lot of experience, but
that was obvious.
You hardly know who to believe these
potions. Sell potions, right?
Show me your wares.
Who sold potions? Anyone sold potions?
Ever change?
Potions.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
That's in all kinds of rumors.
Severe disadvantage. I mean, we can always go back to town.
It can't go on
load
like
up.
this forever. Anything's possible.
Brutus. In caps.
Only wait and see.
Guy's stuck in the ground.
That's nothing new.
You okay there? Go see Brutus.
Hey, you! Why aren't you at work?
But that's disgusting! Have you had a look in my chamber? Those filthy meat bugs are everywhere. I have no idea who set up quarters in there before, but I'm certainly not going back into that filthy sty. I hate those beasts, and stop grinning like an idiot.
So why won't they listen to me? That's exactly what I said.
Come here, damn beast.
So much for you, filthy beast.
Hey, I've still got it.
All right, so much for you, filthy beast.
Alright, I cleared out your Meat bug room.
The meat bugs are gone. You can go back to polishing your thumb screws or whatever.
Are you sure that not one of those monsters is left?
Pretty sure.
All right, then. Here, take this gold as a token of my gratitude.
Oh, don't make me cry.
Why are we so... Why are we like this?
Where did you pick that up, then?
All quiet.
Quiet? Yes.
But...
My navel's rubbing against my backbone, man. Garand cut the food rations again. If I don't get a decent meal down my throat, then I'm going to bite Garand's fat ass.
Maybe I could give you something.
Are you crazy? Certainly not here. If one of the others sees, I'll have a ton of new friends, if you know what I mean. You can find me in the Magician's Temple when everyone else has retired. There's hardly anyone in the temple at this time anyway. I'll wait for you there. But just don't show up with dry bread or some raw hunk of meat, got it?
Excuse me.
Why haven't I heard that like you said? He should have known.
Say you didn't know that.
He would have never thought of that himself.
We should have a ton of food, so...
His deeds were just. You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Aw, oh yeah.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Wow. Nice.
More trouble.
Worth it.
Where did you pick that up, then?
That'll only cause more trouble.
Still hungry?
It's all right, Master.
Enough trouble as it is.
There's been all kinds of rumors.
But he knew that all to believe anymore.
Someone's got to pay for that.
That's exactly what I said.
Not dark enough.
Don't tell me you didn't know that. Justice will prevail. You have to feel sorry for the poor.
Don't believe everything you hear.
Will it never change?
There you are. So what is it now? Do you have anything for me to eat?
A good soup would hit the spot, don't you think?
Sure, give it here. Do you have more?
A piece of sausage?
Sure, give it here. Do you have more?
That's some cheese.
What about a juicy hunk of cheese?
Sure, give it here. Do you have more?
I could give you this ham.
Sure, give it here. Do you have more?
A chunk of meat?
Yeah, more.
A chunk of meat?
Yeah, more.
I could give you this ham.
Yeah, more.
What about a juicy hunk of cheese?
Yeah, more.
Really
a piece
hungry.
Of sausage?
That's enough. With that, I'll be fine for a while. Here's my gold. I can't buy anything out here in any case, so you might as well have it. I'd better go then, before somebody sees us.
Packing meat. Got up all that food then. My eyes. Freaking eyes.
Where did you pick that up then?
Alright, so our main problem right now is we're out of potions. So either we go back to town, go load up potions, which we should, or we keep going until we completely run out and head back. So many orcs. Org. Like I said, if we had more strength, these, and like, let's say we get 5 more strength, got nothing we could use anyways. Read that. Damage is 55. There was one weapon, yeah, the rapier. It's 50 damage, 50 dexterity for 100 damage, which is really good. Slicer. For a true necromancer. Now the problem is, so many elites. Are they going after the Shadow Beast? There they are. Yeah, skellies don't last against orcs, though, is the thing. Summon 10 of them, it doesn't matter. That an army, not a squad, doesn't have the magic for that. Well, you guys decided on magician. Wanted me to go toe to toe. Well, it's too late for now. I wonder how much damage you do. Not that bad. I mean, it's like, oh, man, he keeps fighting from far away. I can't believe it. What? How did this happen? You guys chose this. Oh, but it's your fault, Lucky. Oh. Sure thing, boss. Being a mage is kind of like being an archer. You run out of arrows, you can't do much.
That was obvious.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Mad 'cause chat is dumb. Why is chat dumb? Didn't raise you guys like this. Am I going the right way? There we go. Dumb shaming. Oh. Oh, they're hunting shadow beasts. Uh-oh, they're losing. We'll have that experience if you don't mind. So there. So many elites, though. The orc, he might be back to where he was. $3,400 until another level. Thing is, we don't really have stuff to use it on. Hope you see what chat decides for you when I'm not around to make it. I assume Mike means that notice that chat makes bad decisions when he... It's the worst.
He really didn't deserve that.
You know, maybe there's someone selling stuff here.
Show me your wares.
Ah, potions. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's a crossbow. Lockpicks as well. Bacon Golem. Summon Demons. The Summon Demon's actually super good. Might grab one. Yeah, the lockpicks. Grab the demon. Let's sell off. I know I've got a ton of bags that I can open up to get some cash.
I've heard a thing or two.
I'm no better off myself.
Surely, right? Might take a while. Was someone looking for this? Pretty sure someone was looking for this.
Show me your wares.
Right. Actually, we could probably trash we
Show
can
me
sell.
your wares.
For only 30. Rings.
What to believe anymore.
You hardly know who to believe these days. If he doesn't see that I can't help him.
I wouldn't be so sure. I've heard a thing or two.
That was obvious all along.
I hardly know what to
Ching. Ching.
Is it really true? Innocent enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
This guy's making
Show me
bank.
your wares.
Alright. Bought a ton of potions. We should be fine for a while in the Valley of Mines. Hopefully.
Where did you pick that up then?
I'm no better off myself.
Though I wonder where I could buy a better staff, if that's actually a thing. Or should I just invest in strength from now on? So the 5th circle. Bows. Bows. We would start. We have a at least a start in strength. Dexterity, not so much. By better staff, you mean mana bonus. You're carrying the best and the only one in the game. Oh, okay. That. Well, I gotta clear out these guys. Yes. I think it's because we're fully dependent on the potions. It's not like we have regeneration, you know? But regeneration would probably make the game too easy. Alright, so there is an orc elite here. Last time, care of him, we went with Skelly, so we'll try that. Fireballs would have been better though. Yeah, like I said, skellies are good for weaker stuff, but for elites, they're really, really bad. Wait. Hey there, Snapper. Fine. Oh. You can try and snapping me, but that armor. Well, you're probably not gonna last. Well, there is a spell that's called Army of Darkness. We do have it? I think we have it in the scroll. Guess not. Got Storm. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe we should try that spell. I don't know. That was from the glitch stuff though, so it's not really legit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how good Storm is. It's bargain bin fire rain. Didn't stop you from cheesing FF. When did I cheese FT? Slander. Okay, that on the other hand. Unless you're talking about the fight with Gafgarian, then that's chat. That's not me. Not my, not my decision. How convenient. Hey. Hey. Don't blame me, blame chat. Okay, let's try this. What? No magic! Ow, 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 ow. Alright, let's try out the storm spell. Game. Game. Oh, game died. We've got questions. No, I'm still here. I guess I'm gonna have to task manager this. Gothic 2 not responding. Yep. Definitely gonna blame chat for this one. Oh, don't see my desktop. So much embarrassing stuff there. Desktop is so boring. That's what's so embarrassing. Alright, let's try the storm again. If it crashes again, then I'll never use that. How powerful is this spell? This is crazy. See, you guys see that? I'm actually a strong magician now. But I gotta save every time I use it, cause, you know. Now he starts to like mage. What a hypocrite. This lucky guy. So we gained a level! Hurrah! Then again, it's not really different from what we usually do, which is saving all the time. Wow, this is really, really strong. Exactly. It would be nice if the potion scaled with your magic. It would heal 30%. Then again, it would probably suck at the start. Drink this mana potion for 3 MP. I'd like to remind you that AoE spell was my Okay. No. Never. Mike, you liar. Oh. Got the sword. That's one quest done. Well, now that I'm the god of elements, I can take out everything and anything and all sorts of challenge. Time to go back to the castle. Are you saying overconfidence will be my downfall? Impossible. Impossible. So I wonder once we cast Firestorm eventually, if that's going to crash the game as well. I'm going to assume yes. How'd your sword, buddy?
I found your sword.
Thanks. I owe you. In return, I'll show you a couple of tricks that'll allow you to use your strength and dexterity better in combat.
Show me how to improve my abilities.
A good fighter has to learn to transfer his abilities directly to his weapon.
So, what do we do? Do we raise our strength by 10? Or just go all in on magic? I'll ask Mike. He's been, you know, truly the mastermind behind all of this. Without Mike, I wouldn't know what to do. Magic.
Justice will prevail in the end. He didn't get that from me. The candle's on the asylum. And just like you said.
MP do we have? 7.
Someone's gotta pay for that. For Innos.
Shame that. Well, there might be one, but I haven't seen it.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
But we haven't seen a guy who can upgrade our magic abilities here. I don't know if I have to go back to Corinne's. Go talk to the guards up here. Maybe one of them is like, oh yeah, I'm a super magician. Turns out, no.
You're pulling such a long face.
Oh, damn it to hell. I tell you, you have to watch like a hawk. If you turn your back for a moment, all your stuff is gone. Dirty scum.
Did someone steal from you?
No, they smuggled 20 gold pieces into my pocket. Of course they stole something, you idiot. I tell you, when I get my hands on the dirty swine.
So what are you missing?
My purse, with all my savings in it. And now it's gone.
It'll turn up somewhere.
When I get my hands on him.
You mustn't believe everything you hear. You listen to the wrong people.
Yeah, so I guess we'll go back to the pass. No magician here. wonder if Zardis has something for us. Go see Zardis, and then we'll head back. Piranha if thing. Yeah, that storm spell's really good. Like, it is really good. To be fair, though, to be fair now, we didn't actively search out glitches for the game. We stumbled onto them. So, there is that. Rusty Nose. Did not stop you from exploiting them. Well, I mean, you know. You know. There he is.
Hey! What's new?
The Seekers have not left yet. They will not rest before they have hunted you down. Kill the dragons in the Valley of Mines and find out who's behind those attacks. Otherwise, their strength will only grow more.
Thanks for the help, Zardis. You were pretty useless. Alright. Oh, no. Where am I going? Past to Corinus. Let's talk to Laras.
Hey, you! Why aren't you out hunting dragons?
That's not my kind of thing. I'll leave that to the others. Nah. Fresh sea air. That's what I need now.
That's not what I heard.
Okay. Really, it's not even here. Not even here we have to go.
That's not what I heard. Someone's got to do the work.
Magic, you want to go to the monastery. Hey, Milton.
I want to learn some new spells. Any news?
I should be asking you that. We're still very worried here. The High Council is trying to find out the enemy's next move.
Anything else?
No, the situation is still serious. All we can do now is trust in us.
I want to increase my magic powers.
Alright, 10 LP for 5 mana.
There's nothing else I can teach you. You have become too good.
Oh.
Your magic power is great. Too great for me to be able to help you increase it.
It's too good.
Who told you that?
Arlen, can you increase my magic power?
May Innos protect you.
You should have known better.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Do you really think?
I want to increase my magic powers.
What? 15 LP? Whoa there. Excuse me. I ain't paying that kind of price.
You listen to the wrong people.
So I wonder if I should start chugging my elixirs at 15 LP.
You already know
What do you guys think? I have 6 elixirs that will give me 5, so that's 6 times 15, which is 90.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
I need a few things.
Got potions, but have the money. Yes. LP is, well, it's learning points, so we can use it to increase our strength, we can use it to increase our, create magic runes, get a new circle of magic, you know. Yeah, exactly. Well, we do have Fire Rain. Mana costs 150 though. But if we drink the potions, we'll be real close. Do we save? Should we drink the elixirs now? $150 mana. We're gonna get 30 from the potions, 33 from the potions. But nothing's stopping us from making more, well, except for the ingredients. We also have an elixir of strength. Wait a minute. We can also buy some. Chug-a-lug. Alright, I'll trust Freeport. He would know.
These are bad times. But that's terrible. Who says things like that? Now that's typical, isn't it?
Got 145 mana now.
He simply talks too much. Who says things like that? I don't believe that.
Well, Freeport's not here for my downfall. That's why I trust him. Unlike you guys.
simply talks too much.
Show me your wares.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, so he sells one as well, so we would have 150 if we would get 1,500 gold.
That's what I've always said.
1,500 gold, that's
He can't keep anything to himself.
a lot of gold.
Really? How
They would sell off our old armor. And we sell off the Ring of the Priests. Rings of the Warriors. We can also sell a healing rune because we got 2. Yeah, I know, Mike. I said it would give us 33 gold. Not gold, Alright, we've got enough. Oh, and I also realized something that we're all gonna laugh together. Now I have 150 mana, which is great. Also, I forgot to mention that I also have tablets that also increase magic power. Like this tablet of magic. Oops. Life energy, I can definitely read that. We're getting a bit stronger now. These you would want to keep because, like strength, want to keep two-handed combat. We want to keep because we, since we have lesser ability, the points needed are a lot fewer. Next level sandbag. Please. How is that sandbagging? I'm gonna need some explanations here. You had all those power-ups for how long and you didn't use them? No, I was told to keep them until the learning point cost got too high. Now, I'm pretty sure we could have raised our magic even higher and then use the potions, but See? Mike remembers. Though the healing ones, that's kind of my bad though. But though I didn't think about it at the time. Oh, Hover's here. Better stop the stream. Four hours of Germanic gaming today? Maybe. Is it 4 hours of Gothic? No. Bro will fall asleep in 5 minutes. It's funny because it's true. Look at that weapon, that pizza slicer.
His deeds were just.
So we gained about 50 mana. No, a bit more, about 60 mana and about 120 health. That's pretty good. That's really good. Let's do it again. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, Hover hasn't seen our new spell. Let's show it off. Maybe it'll crash the game, it'll make it even more funny. Go find some dweebs. Uh-oh. Those are elites. Oh my god. Pretty good spell, isn't it? I'm glad it didn't crash though. When I saw the 3 elites come out, I was like, oh, we ain't surviving this. There's some dudes here. I try it out. Pretty cool, eh? Pretty cool. Seen better. Oh, excuse me. Well, no, it's no Meteo, but Meteo's level 6. And we're only a measly level 4 wizard. I mean, babby wizard. We're just cosplaying as Storm from the X-Men.
For Innos.
Yeah, the spell is 100 mana. Now we have 160. What would be great is to have 2 shots of Storm, but I think we have the points or potions to do so. And we still have 11 points that we have not used. Now after this, it's either going to be Sonic 1 or Super Time Force Ultra. Don't know yet. On the fence. When can we cast the Rain of Fire? Guess once we're able to reach Circle 6, which is in a long while. You know, I never actually tried using a rune that is out of my circle. Maybe we can cast it. Find out. Ah, 2 magic circles too low. Sonic 1 is terrible. Well, that's not for you to decide. You may judge. That's the game I'm gonna play this month. Oh boy. Ow, 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 ow. I even have enough magic to get some healing in. It is what it is. Really liking the store magic. Makes fights a lot more manageable. Because before it's like, okay, I gotta shoot 4 ice missiles, then heal my magic, 4 ice missiles, then I gotta heal my magic. Hey guys. Wow. Hide behind the tree. They'll never find me. You know, I think for this part I'll change my fireball to my ice. Do you have Sonic 1 memorized? Of course. I have all games memorized. Even games I haven't played before, all memorized. I wonder if the shaman is affected by storm. Yeah, I think so. is really strong. Like, it is stupid strong. Excuse me? Ow, ow. Ha. Ow. Right. It's only one shaman. Shamans are usually strong against magic though, so I think I'll just go bonk him with staff. Wow, that spell changed everything. Actually, bonk. I thought the warg would have been pulled, but no, he might win. Oh! Too strong. Chests. Inside a whole bunch of nothing. Wonder how bows would handle orcs. Like you just run up here, climb up, and shoot your bow. You probably could climb up as well. Okay. I can't target him. Still chugging like crazy though. Too close for missiles. No. Fine. Because the angle of the camera is really... Could go back into Zardis' tower. There's some demons in there. Oh, that's not enough. I said we were pretty deep in. We're on chapter 4, which I think is pretty deep. Am I wrong? That's true. It is 4 out of 15. Not even getting the Top Gun reference. Haven't seen Top Gun in like several years. If you wanted to make Top Gun references, you should have been there for the Ace Combat streams. Movie nights when... Oh, down to do some. Definitely down. Just the setup. Top Gun NES when? In a while. Oh, Red Boys. Red Boys. They're dangerous. They're really dangerous. I wonder how they handle the storm. Don't you loose to Scalies? Thou must. Also, tomorrow is going to be Quest 2. I know a lot less than Dragon Quest 1. What is that? Like a fire boy. One shot again? I don't think we'll be able to one shot DK2. DQ2. Fire Golem. Okay. DK2 might, DQ2 might need 2 streams, maybe 3. It's a lot longer than the first game. And also you get party members. Just introduction to party members. I think we're getting closer to a dragon. What do you guys think? But the run will be solo. Well, to be fair, the second character you find he sucks. Well, he's not great, and the third character is a wizard. What am I going to use against the lightning dragon? Guys die super quickly too. Oh, nice aim in there, buddy. Annoying here. What you want, cat? We're gonna call it there for now. That'll be it for Gothic 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Special thanks once again to Moorbug for supporting the channel. Take a small break and then we'll segue into something. Well, I'll choose on the fly there. See ya soon.